Hi, I'm Raymond Chu. I'm 73, 73, Shisusan. I'm very excited to tell you something that happened to me recently. Well, I became a Christian just 4 months ago. Well, it all started when I responded to a Facebook friend's invitation to join in their seniors church activities. Okay, this is how my journey into Christianity began. A tiny little journey that saved my life. First, I would like to tell a famous parable. Let's say we call it Man in the Flood. For easy reference, let's say we call him Mr. A. And Mr. A is a very pious man who pray from morning to night. So during this particular weekend, there was heavy downpour continuously for days, and the river water was rising rapidly. To ensure his safety, a police car was sent to fetch him to safety. So the police car came. Ee-oh, ee-oh, ee-oh. This Mr. A turned to the policeman and said, "Go away. Don't worry about me. I have God on my side. I pray to God every day from morning to night." Now the flood water continued on, and now by this time, the water has reached the table level, and Mr. A has to stand on the table in order to survive. Now this time, a police motorboat came, and Mr. A again told the police in the boat, "Go away, it's okay. God is with me. God will come and save me." Now come the time, the flood water has reached the roof, and Mr. A has no choice but to stand on top of the roof. Luckily, there was a helicopter coming along, and the helicopter threw down the ladder and said, "Come on, Mr. A, climb up, climb up." Mr. A said, "No, no, no. God will come and save me. Don't worry." Of course, eventually, Mr. A got drowned because of the rising water. While waiting at the St. Peter's Gate to be admitted to heaven, Mr. A asked God, "God, I pray for you to come to help me. Why didn't you come to help me? Why didn't you come to save my life?" And God answered, "Well, I did try. First, I sent you a police car, and then I sent you a motorboat, and then I sent you a helicopter. Why didn't you go up?" Okay, let's carry that story. Now, come to my part. Now, somewhere last June, I had a mini heart attack. I guess I suspected must have been due to the vaccination. Well, despite assurances from two different specialists, I still felt terrible compression in the heart. There was no life as I was mostly housebound. Any exertion, like doing laundry or even going on a walk, would render me helpless, sometimes even to the point of collapse. Okay, now the interesting part, the story proper. Somewhere late last year, I happened to meet two young, lovely missionaries outside a supermarket. Well, out of boredom, so I sat down and listened to what they had to say. I had rejected Christianity 50 years ago after leaving school, and I never want to entertain any of their talk. But being unwell this time, I pay attention. Well, couple of weeks later, they called me up to meet up. So, okay, our boredom, I went. This time they brought along someone more senior in order to do blessing for me. Well, to cut it short, no further action. And sometime later, the Facebook friend called me to join their church activities. Well, since it's easy to get there as it is just outside the Bukit Bintang MRT station, so I went. Now, to my surprise, there is a church next door. The church on top of a commercial building in the midst of Bukit Bintang. Oh, I can't believe it. Remember the man in the flood parable? So now the helicopter has come, and I shall not drown in a heart attack. And the next day, I had to struggle to walk between the rail stations because of my heart condition. In fact, I needed to use a walking stick. So I arrived Sunday early morning, I think half an hour earlier. I was sitting alone in a far corner. Well, the usher recognized me. I must be a new face. And so he invited me over to the cafeteria for a coffee. Oh, the hot coffee really warmed up. And I felt good. I really felt very good. Aha. So I thought, wow, the hot coffee and cakes alone were worth the trip to the church service. This was in stark contrast to the cold treatment I received 50 years ago. The church service was a surprise. It felt like a mini concert with all the color lightings and the rock music. What Pastor Miles delivered that morning was a hit with me. I prayed very hard, so hard to the point of crying. I repented, and after that, I felt very good. The lady next to me must have felt that I needed some tissue paper, so she passed me some. Wow, that is humanity. After the service, wow, what a surprise. I felt my body so much lighter and I could walk with ease. I didn't have to use the walking stick. Instead, I had to carry the walking stick back. So I will be back. The following Sunday came unexpectedly early. This time, I enjoyed my first service and I thought, why not go for the second service? For good things, the more the merrier. And that's what happened to the third week. I went for the third service. And from there on, it's 3 services every Sunday. And every week, I seem to be getting better and better. And sometimes I even forgot that I had been having heart problem that doctors couldn't help. Interesting, isn't it? And in fact, now I have been living quite a normal life, and even go to the extent of learning how to do YouTube, and hopefully I can do something to spread the good word of God.